Hi, my name is Sandeep Deva. I head the consulting division at Exdion Solution. Welcome to IIAB. It's a great opportunity to talk to all of you today. And I'm going to talk about how InsurTech is changing the insurance industry landscape and why we need InsurTech in our industry today. Reimagining the agency of tomorrow. Now, how do we do that? The insurance industry is experiencing change on multiple fronts at a rate that has not been witnessed for at least a generation. Regulations and compliance is increasing. Reduced cost of entry for new market players is threatening incumbents, and customer expectations on their engagement with agencies is drastically changing. Let me highlight some of the main issues that the industry is facing today. According to a report by the Manpower Group, 46% of US insurance companies say they can't find the people with the skills they need. Industry needs to bring in at least 60,000 new agents and brokers each single year just to maintain the current size of distribution. With an average age of 59 years and median age of 45, with attrition hovering around 10%, the industry will find itself running itself dry if right skills are unavailable in the numbers required. Industry studies indicate millennials' interest in insurance job is pretty weak. Companies are using more temp staff, 18% in 2019, and this is up from 12% in 2018. The need for technology insurance is expected to grow in coming years. Customer expectations of how they interact with agencies continues to rise, making it more important than ever that agencies provide high-quality customer experience. The challenge is to serve customers across different generations. Some who may prefer to walk in and chat with an agent, and others who may prefer self-service. According to World Insurance Report, 75% of the workforce in 2025 would be millennials. The new age client prefers omni-channel, seamless, and integrated experience and is open to buying insurance directly from InsurTech online agencies and carriers. With pervasive technologies, customer expectations across groups is 24/7, always on response insurance agency that quickly responds to any query anytime. A Deloitte survey indicated that many insurance industry respondents felt that their work environment and business practices were complex with antiquated systems. Now, waves of M&A across agencies had led to disparate agency management systems, leaving data in silos. Marketing and other functions suffered from limited access to insights. Cost of leads is increasing, but conversions have remained lower than 7%, and lack of industry best practices, benchmarking, and low standardization across units is hampering quality of work. Employees are spending more time navigating manual, error-prone processes. Increased allocation for hiring of temps or outsourcing are not long-term sustainable solutions to alleviate this problem. Long, repetitive, and rework-prone workflows, extended work hours are affecting the work-life balance of employees. So how are we planning to address all of these issues? The buzzword in the industry today is AI, artificial intelligence, cognitive computing, machine learning, and RPA, robotic process automation. The minute we hear these words, one thing that comes to mind is the cost, time, and effort that needs to be put in, and it sounds very scary. So how do we transition into being an agency of the future? Transitioning to an agency of the future is not a single radical step, but it is more an evolutionary one. An incumbent insurance agency can transition to a new age agency by diligently planning and managing change management. However, there are many misconceptions about adopting AI, ML for insurance processes. AI, ML interventions are evolutionary and do not cost much. Fact is, many of these projects are financially very attractive. Their payback period can be as less as a quarter. Companies adopting AI ML solutions like Exdion Renew, Exdion Pod have realized significant savings in terms of reduction of hires. AI ML jobs do not replace our current jobs, but actually simplify work, improve the quality of work, and help employees realize better work-life balance. Companies that have adopted AI ML solutions have realized their CSR's work quality has improved, repetitive and boring work has been removed from their chores, and they're able to spend quality time on more business growth areas today. Agencies need to use AI ML adoption to elevate the roles of their staff so their job content is enhanced and leadership development happens. Now, if insurance agencies are to seize the potential of automation, they must invest in right IT architecture, talent, and culture. It is not necessary for the agency to develop all of the digital tools at one go. Rather, a step-by-step approach helps the agency manage the risk of adoption in an evolutionary way. To gain from AI-led process improvements, insurance companies must have a clear vision of what the future must be. Remember, to balance investment, outcomes, and impact of the project need to be determined prior to starting off. Even partial automation of the policy lifecycle can lower overall costs. Furthermore, partial automation may enable an insurance company to differentiate itself and even give it a first-mover advantage. Automation of the policy lifecycle boosts efficiency and accuracy from data input to payment. Technologies like robotic process automation, machine learning, and rule-based algorithms are being used to seamlessly automate policy lifecycle. Process automation leads to elimination of human burden and error-proof the process. Cost of poor service, including rework, waste, waiting time, and low productivity gets eliminated. Automated policy process can be used to enable self-administration and enhance customer delight. Now, these technologies also enable companies to use analytics to deepen customer engagement and process management. Other advantage is insurers will have a bandwidth to serve high-volume, low-value policies by targeting different customer segments. And now this results in freeing up of brokers and insurers' time to focus on high-risk and profitable segments. Exdion has successfully developed and deployed a suite of bots and AI tools to drive automation efficiencies and productivity improvements across many large insurance brokers. We've seen that automated policy checking through Exdion Pod not only reduced costs, but significantly improved client experiences. In a manual scenario, the CSR would spend anywhere between 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on the size of the policy, to check the policy. But most often than not, they look at what they consider as crucial and move through the other parts of the policy pretty quickly, just giving it a cursory look. However, with this process automated, you can now be sure that every policy is thoroughly checked and you have all the information you need to pass it through to the client without any downtime and at a fraction of the cost that you would have invested. Deploying AI and ML tools for back office and middle office processes gives you significant cost advantage. It reduces human error, which ranges between 5 to 7%. There's also a reduction in attrition of clients due to E&O issues, and also increase employee satisfaction as they don't have to do this mundane job of comparing documents. Imagine an agency where the most tedious and manual intensive processes like comparing quotes, policy checking, updating accord apps, supplemental apps, reviewing certificates for compliance is all done through automation, freeing up your staff's time to do more knowledge-intensive work like client interaction, talking to underwriters, negotiating premiums, identifying markets, etc. So how does an agency adopt these technologies? What are the processes that are most likely to be automated in the near future? Today, There are a lot of organizations working on building new solutions and products for the insurance industry. Over a dozen of them are focused solely on the broker-related processes. And in the coming years, we will see a lot of these solutions being offered. There's a lot of progress in this direction. What you see now on your screen are the processes within the policy lifecycle that would be the ones that would most likely be automated in the near future. Gathering currently valued loss runs from multiple carriers when there is no website download access given can be very time consuming. Post-collection, this still needs to be summarized and stratified to be able to convey the reason for why the client has claims. Today, the CSR is at the mercy of the underwriter or the carrier contact to collect it, and also with most of the carriers deciding to share it only with the client makes it even more challenging. Having clients review their coverage and making changes to it is another area which is time consuming and can lead to E&O issues if the information is missing. Exdion Renew is a solution that is already available to help brokers save administrative efforts in collating information from multiple spreadsheets. AI/ML solutions for pre-renewal review will automate policy renewal process, track changes made by CSRs, and provide accurate renewal exposure information to clients. Currently, there's work being done on systems that can select the right market based on the industry type and exposures of a client. Like Alexa or Siri, the systems would be interactive and provide recommendations and also explain why. Applications like QComp and QRev are already summarizing and comparing quotes for the CSR along with inferences, and all of these are driven by the agency rules which can be changed as per the CSR in Producer. Agencies in future will use portals for quote selection and request for binders. Data will be sent automatically to carriers for binding based on the proposal status. Smart agencies will use big data and analytics to provide on-demand endorsement to facilitate policy servicing. Contract compliance review is a service that's being offered by many agencies today to check certificate compliance, and all of this will be done through AI and bots. During a recent hurricane, I noticed how the CSRs in an agency in Tampa were trying to identify clients, identify specific properties, and also see if they have the right coverage, but were unable to do this using today's technology. Imagine a system that recognizes impending weather-related disasters and reaches out to the clients who may be affected to let them know if the coverage they have would be enough or if they would have to get additional coverage. And all of this before the carriers to decide to block any of these changes. These are the new age systems that are coming in, and this would all be real time. If we have to do this manually, then this would need a huge team of resources sourcing information and checking coverages every time there's a weather anomaly reported. New age technologies are here to stay. Agencies can choose to be a part of this change or choose to sit on the sidelines. If we don't embrace these technologies and changes to our processes, we would gradually see our client base erode. In the year 2000, the number of people trying to buy auto insurance online was less than 5%. When Progressive launched their online portal for real-time quotes in 1999, everyone thought that it was unrealistic. And today, 70% of personal auto insurance is bought online. Each year, the information needed to quote for a personal auto policy has steadily declined due to this information being available on the cloud. And this makes it even more attractive for the client. In 2018, more than 40% of the small business owners looked to purchase insurance cover online, and close to half of them did buy it online. This number is steadily going to increase, and brokers need to act before commercial lines goes the personal lines way. The most difficult decision for agencies would be the decision to adopt technology. Once this decision is made, then there are organizations that help in evaluating and addressing your specific challenges. The pressures on agency commissions are steadily increasing, and the only way forward is adopting technology. Thank you for joining me today at Lead Up and Learn Up. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have on the agency of the future and how InsurTech can help you. You can also reach me at the email address shown on the screen. Thank you.